So, I'm going to do a, a challenge. It's a hobby alphabet challenge. And it's from 4 Welsh Dragon Funkohunter. And it took me a while to get a bunch of different things together. Some that have meaning, some that are just different. Because he said uh, you can use anything. So, I compiled a list. Took quite a while to do. So, and I got all of them to Z. U is really hard for some reason. I couldn't really think of something. I got pretty much everything else kind of easy. Only one I sort of kind of cheated, but it's also not either. You'll see it. It'll make sense. So, first one is A for apocalypse. And it's a statue that I got. I think I found it at a Goodwill. I can't remember for sure. I'm pretty sure that's what I got it from. The only problem is he has a few little chips and he's missing one of the cables that go on him. There's like his little number and stuff. Yeah, that's A. Don't want to take too long with these. B is my favorite character from Animal Crossing. It's Brewster. And I also wanted to throw in the bell bag that's in the game. Let's see, I'm gonna try to figure out how I was gonna pick all these up, not how I was gonna put them back. Okay, C is Cowboy Bebop. It's the best sessions, and it's signed by Steve Blum. Oh, that's really shiny. Okay. Next is Dark Cloud for the PS2. Actually, I have both these games. I should have grabbed 2. I have 1 and 2. I should have grabbed them both. And the next one is E for Eat Man 98, the complete series. Only the first episode is in English, but I don't care. It's one of my favorite anime characters. Now, the next one is F for Face Mask, but it has Patrick on it. The weird, creepy Patrick. Okay, let's see. G is Golden Axe for the Genesis. I was really happy when I was able to find this. I don't believe it has a book. No, it didn't have the book, but it had the game in the case. The case is probably pretty neat to have anyway, because you can display this. You can't really display a game with a manual, really. Okay, next one is H for Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho. Had him for quite a while, too. Okay, next one is... where did I put it? Here it is. It is I for Inuyasha. Volume 3 of the manga. Okay. Next is... oh, this one's a funny one. It's J for Justin. My brother-in-law had me do photo shoots one time for his photo class. So this is a rather unique kind of, shoot, what was his name now? The guy that played Superman in the Superman movies. I always thought I kind of looked like him in these pictures. Okay, so there's that. I really have not set up a good place to put these, because the next one is kind of big. It's K, and it's one of my favorite board games, Key to the Kingdom. I still need to talk about this game sometime. Oh, that's upside down. It is a great game. You can fold out the board, or you can fold in the board and it can crush people. And there's like an evil guy that chases you around on the board. We went as many times as we've played it, we've never really been caught by the bad guy, really. It's more we're fucking each other over in the game. Next one is L. And it is L from Death Note. A figure I got of him from anime convention. He has like a normal hand and he has this hand with the cell phone. And you can pose him somewhat, even though he's mostly a statue figure, kind of. Because you can move his head and waist and arms a little bit. The next one is M for Mew. Old Burger King toy that I have. I actually have almost all of them. And the Pokeballs they came in. Except for his. He has like a pink bowl. And his eyes used to light up. The next one is N. And that's for nightmare creatures. Probably pretty gory. I mean, well, for an N64 time. Because there is blood and you can chop characters up. You could get chopped up. Let's see. The next one is O. And that's for Oscar. My very first stuffed animal that I ever had as a baby. Of course he has, glasses and an eye patch because he lost an eye a long time ago. I mean, this little tag that says Oscar in Japanese. But yeah, I keep a hold of him and take care of him a lot. Hey, look, there's me and the eyeglasses. That'd make for a pretty cool, wallpaper. Okay, next one is P. And this is a really good one, if I can pick it up. It is the Party Wagon, complete with all 4 turtles. I'll have to show this off sometime too. But I've had this, since a kid. I even made headlights for it because it didn't really have, colored headlights. Try to put this back down here. Because I never had Leonardo as a kid, so I later on got him when I was an adult, and it's a rubberhead one, which is supposed to be rarer. Next letter is Q. Here he is. For Q from Star Trek Next Generation. Yeah, it's kind of a Picard hand. I kind of wish he had a snapping finger. It would have made more sense. But it's just him dressed as a Starfleet officer. And the next is R. And that's for Ruff Raff from Yokai Watch. Probably my favorite Yokai Watch thing I have, other than some of the watches are really cool. But he moves a little bit. But yeah, it took me a while to track down the 3-pack that he was in and get it for a good price and not ridiculous. Let's see. Next letter is S. And it's from my favorite stuffed animal of Sonic that I actually saved from going into the trash compactor when I worked at Goodwill. He's an old cow toy one and he's actually pretty valuable. Him and Tails were the only ones made and they go for $70 because I kind of want a Tails. But yeah, he's a pretty expensive stuffed animal. And to me, he's the best made one, too. He looks a little teal on camera, but yeah. I think he's the best one I've ever seen. And Tails is about this size, too. Let's see. Next one is... Oh, T. This is another big one. Shit. T is for Technodrome and most of all of its parts. This is a monster. I'm not gonna open it up. I have to sit it down to do that. Ugh. Ugh. And even though it stays on there good, I didn't want to knock the eyeball off the top. Because you're supposed to be able to have it roll down at enemies. Okay. You is Ultron. I've showed him once before. He's a really nice figure. And his light, I don't know if you can see that or not. His batteries still work. His eyes still light up. And he's like 1998 and rather dusty. But yeah, he's a pretty cool figure. He had a thing that attached to his shoulder, but I didn't usually use it. He has these markers, like, especially on his chest. It's supposed to be like burn marks, but it looks like somebody just scribbled on him with a permanent marker. Okay, we're getting close to the end. Next letter is V, and it is my double-sided Vegeta card for the Dragon Ball card game. I need to get some Dragon Ball Hero game cards, because they're really cool, and there's some really neat ones I'd like to get, even if it's just a few single cards. Okay, next is W, and it is Wild Bill's Wacky Wobbler that I showed off one other time. Still need to fix his head, but he's still good enough. Okay, next is, if I can get down here. And this is the way I said that I should have grabbed the second one to Dark Cloud, because X is Xenosaga. And I have all 3 games for the PS2. And I'd really recommend, if you wanted to play a PS2 game, play this game. It's really good. Oops, where'd the first one go? Ah, here we go. We got Der Willi Zermacht. We got Jensu von Gut and Boss. And we have also Sprach Zarathustra. Okay. And Y is Yokai Watch 4. Japanese, well, it's only in Japanese, but for the Switch. Really fun game also. And for the last one, it's one of my favorites too. Z is my Zero Watch for Yokai Watch, and it's the Japanese one. Actually, I have 2 Japanese ones that both work, and I have the American one that has the silly little extra bit they tried to give to it. It was that one, right? Yeah. Where these you turn it to change it, but the US one, it wanted you to have like a hologram, or it kind of projected it, and this one just had a light. This lights up instead of it projecting from the side. But yeah, that's everything. And it's very warm in here. But yeah, that's everything. A to Z. I was gonna have a few pops in this, but I got too caught up on finding really cool stuff. So, till next time, I'll see you guys later.